Every guy that's with a person.
Yeah, right. Welcome in, everyone. We're back. We have MarvelousTay with us for this month's. I was about to say this month's podcast. I would like to do a weekly podcast.
That's never going to happen.
Well, maybe Tay and I will
Not
do a
with me.
spin-off.
Come on, little me.
You two go right ahead.
We'll do a spin-off from this one. You know,
Works for me.
you and I can do the monthly, and then Tay and I'll do the weekly.
Okay. You don't have time to do weekly either.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I would make time.
Oh, you'll make time for that one. Okay, I see how
I
it is.
make time for the monthly. What's so wrong about the weekly? Anyways, how are you doing, Tay?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just doing good. Really enjoying that, losing an hour today.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I purposely was like, okay, I know I'm losing the hour, which means I know I'll wake up at technically 8, but it would be 9 something because of the hour loss. So I'm like, I have to set my alarm in order to properly wake up when I want to wake up and do stuff that I have to do.
And Tay-Tay's over there having a rave party and all.
I know. What the heck was that?
I have to light because I'm hiding in the dark. There's no light in this office.
For our audio listeners, Tay had a rainbow light that was flashing all over the place.
The party in here. I was just popping off last night.
Ooh, ooh.
What was popping off last night? What were you doing?
Drinking my feelings.
Drinking your feelings.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
So I was just I drank and was partying by myself. It was a very, very lonely party.
It sounds more like that was the issue and not the hour lost of sleep.
It's with both. It didn't help either way.
Well, we appreciate the honesty and that the commitment to show up even though you might be hungover here today.
I'm surprisingly not hungover because I should have been. I should have been hungover. But I'm just more starving. I can't stop eating.
Well, Chicken Little was supposed to come over for breakfast, never did. Never showed up.
The roads were magically closed. It's
Yeah, bullshit. They don't just close roads.
Sure they do. Accidents.
Not for no reason.
Snow.
There was no.
It sounds like excuses.
Yeah, it sounds excuses. Yeah.
It's funny how it's an excuse when I have to go down there, but when I ask for, delivery of food or for them to come up here,
I
it's
am
too
not
big of
Uber.
a hassle and it just can't be done.
I am
So
not
it's
a
just odd
DoorDash,
that it's,
I'm not an Uber.
not a two-way street here, but that's all right.
And I don't have a car.
Yeah, you do. It's called a
No,
work
I don't.
truck.
Yeah, I cannot drive that when you.
Sure
you're
you
lying.
can.
No.
Sounds like an excuse, right, Tay?
Yeah, that's an excuse of I don't want to get fired.
Nah.
Well, it is a company card, so yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, always on
drive.
taking
yes.
his side.
Takes my side. I
No,
love
but
it.
it's because it's true. He would get in trouble for that because
Yes,
it's
I
not
would.
on company time.
Now the day I have.
Isn't that kind of interesting? So I
Anyway.
Now, well, I know you probably haven't Sandman, but Tay, have you caught up with Mandalorian?
No, I have not.
with Mandalorian, yes, because there's only 2 episodes so far. So yes.
I still
So,
haven't-
without
season 2.
spoiling it for Sandman and people out there, what do you think so far?
I think my personal opinion is that the first episode was definitely slow in a good portion of it. It was a lot of building up of where we left off and filling that gap from Book of Boba Fett. So we were having a lot of kind of catching up, but it just felt slow. Though the ending makes me intrigued because I have a sense feeling that we might see characters that we've seen in the past, which I won't disclose, but I feel like we'll see people from either Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels, which I always tell everyone that show got hate for the most dumbest reasons. That show was great. So So I have a feeling with that. And episode two was interesting. Um and it was kind of refreshing because once again, like we were kind of going back into the era of Clone Wars, but it was like the aftermath, and it was just kind of cool to see all that once again. Um yeah, I mean that's all I can say because if I say any more, it's going to be a spoiler.
Yeah, I'd agree. To your point about people we saw in Rebels and Clone Wars, I heard rumors that they're going to try to do that with the Ahsoka series.
I mean, well, if you remember, I forget what season it was. There, when we first, it was the first season when we met Ahsoka Tano.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I forget who the character was that she was going after, but she was looking for General Thrall, which is the big villain from Star Wars Rebels, which is also one of my top favorite villains in all of Star Wars because not only he was intimidating as all get out, he was really smart. He really he really turned those rebels like into a full spiral. He was always like 20 steps ahead. He practically was like the Palpatine without the Jedi powers, the Sith Lord powers.
Yeah.
Um, he was really smart. And that's what makes him scary because he's so smart. Um, so she's on the hunt for him and he's alive, which no one knew about it during Rebels. No one knew about it. We just didn't know what happened. And I mean, I don't know. I would love to see him live. I'm hoping they don't butcher how he looks, like I feel like with Cad Bane, because
What was wrong
I
with Cad Bane? Did you watch Book of Boba Fett, Sandman? What the
oh,
hell's
I'm
wrong with you?
sorry.
It's don't worry. I kind of floated out there anyway. I just haven't had time to watch them yet.
Not a bad show. You
No,
guys
I
need to
watched.
watch
I
it.
watched. I watched season one of Mandalorian.
Uh,
Loved it. Watched a bit of season two, but then other things happened and I never got back to it. I watched like a couple episodes of Book of Boba Fett and just never got back to it. Watched an episode or two. No, no, 3 episodes of Andor and never got to finish it. And I loved that series. I thought it was phenomenal what they were doing with it. Just never got to finish it.
Endor was so refreshing. It
Yeah,
like they
it's like
they went off
Rogue
the grid
One
of
and
like
a TV show. I
typical.
loved it.
yeah,
Oh my God.
I haven't seen it yet. Um, I'm
I won't
hoping to
spoil it,
start
but
it.
I will say it's great because they went off the grid of like the typical like Star
Star
Wars
Wars. Yeah,
blueprint of a movie slash show.
Nice.
Like it wasn't.
it was like Rogue One, but in TV form.
Yeah, and I love Rogue One.
Rogue One was phenomenal.
I love that movie.
Yeah, people don't. It's funny. You talked about Rebels, and we've talked about Book of Boba Fett for a minute, and then Rogue One. Those got a lot of hate when they first came out, and now that they've been out for like a couple of years, or Rogue One for a while, they're liked a lot. And it's
Hmm.
like, don't judge a book by its cover, and those are some really good. The only things that I don't like
Man.
about, which we've talked in length on this podcast about, is the sequel series. Other than
Yeah, we
that,
don't need to go there again.
we don't have to go there again. Other than that, everything Star Wars has been really good that they've put out.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
It's,
rumor has it we're gonna get like a whole new universe. Like they're gonna get away from the whole Skywalker saga because they
mhm.
put that to the bed, and able to get a whole new universe. So they never seen the Empire or the Rebels. It's completely something unique, and I'm a little nervous about it because how bad the sequels were.
Depends on who does it.
Yeah, I agree. Because you look at how it's in the same universe, but it's not really. There's not a lot related to it, like the Mandalorian stuff. And Andor is loosely, but not like incredibly, and they've been able to do good stuff with it, right? So, to Salmon's point, it depends who does it. They just can't do the cheesy like sequel stuff like that they did there that they tried to make like all these Disney characters and like, oh no, he's really good, and like and all that stuff. So
Well, I feel like eventually like they're gonna get bored of constantly building around the saga of
sure.
Skywalker, and they're gonna lose contact. And I mean, I forget who said it. Um, some one of the actors who played one of the who played I forget his name who played Qui-Gon Jinn. They
Oh, Liam
they
Neeson.
came out to him. Yeah, they came out to him and be like, "Hey, we want to make a show, when you're a Padawan, Count Dooku, the whole shindig." And he said, "No, there's too many build-up shows. Like it's getting repetitive. There's too
Oh.
many."
What I'd like to see is an Old Republic show or movie.
Well, they're working on it. It's
Yeah,
going to be High Republic, so it's going to be before Old Republic or after Old Republic.
right. Yeah,
So it's going to kind of be in
Fun.
like the when Yoda's like
the young
Padawan.
buck,
400, well, sort of
young for his
young
species
for
anyway.
his age. But they're supposedly making that.
That would be good. See, that I think they could do a lot with if they got the right people.
Yeah, and to taste
And
what.
it's
It's away
and
from the Skywalker
it's
saga.
away from, but you still can have Jedi's and all that still in it, so it's still a Star Wars movie
Yep.
without Skywalker and his bullshit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Speaking of extraneous movies and all that stuff, Scream 6 is coming out soon.
Whatever.
Have you? So I don't know. I'll be honest. I've watched Scream 1.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched bits and pieces of the other ones. I think I've watched Scream 4. But, like, has the movie series, has that, because I don't know, has it gotten more of, like, still some stupid comedy moments, but, like, has it gotten more serious as the series progressed? Because
I thought
because
one
the
was
trailer I
phenomenal.
saw of 6 looked like it was more, like, serious.
Yes, it
But I don't know.
does. One was phenomenal. It did a perfect job of serious and comedy and horror all kind of mixed together. They did a great job. They had a great cast, did it perfectly. After that, I lost interest. It was just the same thing over and over and over. It's just a different fucking killer who just wants to be just like the other killer that was in the previous film. It's stupid. I lost interest. Now, what's her name is in it?
Jenna
So
Ortega.
yes, so I'm kind of curious to see it for that reason alone because she's a phenomenal actress. Love her. Loved her in Wednesday. She was perfect for the show.
Still have not seen that show.
Oh, it's so good.
Me neither. I haven't seen it either yet.
Oh, you both suck. You need
There's
to go.
too many.
Stop
Look,
the podcast to watch.
do we need to go over how many shows I
Oh,
have
for
on my
fuck's
list?
sakes!
And
You
you're
watch
saying I'm
stupid
always
shows.
super busy. I'm reading books. I'm
Yep.
working. I'm doing the
Uh-huh.
streaming. I'm working on the
Uh-huh.
podcast. When do
Uh-huh.
I have time to watch more shows?
When do you have time to do a weekly podcast then?
That's like an hour and a half
Oh.
out of the week. I have
Ooh.
time.
It's 30 minutes out of the week for you to watch one extra show.
Nah,
Kind of got you there.
nah.
Yeah,
just-
see,
I'll just
it
take
doesn't-
away from attending Sandman's stream then.
That works.
And then it'll. Oh,
you don't
he's
show
okay
up
with
for
it.
everyone anyway.
He's okay with it then. All right.
You don't show up for them all anyway.
Sure I do.
No, you don't.
If I'm in town, I show up.
Uh-huh.
But I'm curious to see what that looks like then, because I'd like them to make that not to the extent of like Halloween, but like
No,
a little
but
more serious tone.
serious tone to it. Yes, I hope they do too. Like I said, the first one was phenomenal. I love the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the big winner of the year though so far, when it comes to shows, is Pedro Pascal. He is dominating.
He's dominating
the
TV shows.
when it comes to
Yeah.
his acting and what he's been involved with. If you look back at what he's been involved with, he was in Game of Thrones.
Yes, he was.
He's obviously in which I have not seen because I don't have HBO, but
The Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Phenomenal show so far. Actually, I'm watching
Today's
last
the
week's and
season
this week's.
finale.
What? Wait, what?
Today's the season finale.
Good, because I'm watching last week's and this week's today.
Today's it's it.
Yep.
A big moment.
Yep. So we'll see.
The big moment.
The big moment.
So
They already greenlit season 2, so.
but I heard season 2 was gonna be like it was just gonna be like Last of Us Part 2, the video game.
Yeah.
So how are they gonna make is it just gonna be 2 seasons? Or
No,
are they gonna break
because
season are they gonna break the second game into like 2 seasons? Like how are they
I
gonna
don't know how
They
they're
don't
going to do
have
that, but
to.
I know for a fact that they're making a third game.
Yeah, but they
Yeah, but
can't make
we're
the
talking
show
about
until the
a
game's
year
out.
ago.
True, but the game is supposed to be coming out this year, I think.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
So we don't
I
have
can't
a
remember.
producer to do that.
Honestly, I think they're gonna break it up to 2 seasons. I think they're going to continue the story after the event of the first one and kind of watch them go back to Tommy and grow the community and blah blah blah. And then it's going to shift into the game, like into part two. And because now we're not only gonna have the narrator of Ellie, but we also have Abby. I think that's gonna get more complex because we have two very heavily main characters that we play throughout the game that we constantly go back and forth on. So I think they're gonna need time to uh, pretty much, break down those scenes because these are scenes that
Or
you really
Epic.
can't brush over. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, they could do that, and then I could also see there's no update on
Nah,
Last
I
of Us
didn't see
Part 3 at
anything either.
all. But
Yeah, near that.
they could also
They're
do
gonna have to
like,
do a part three. How it ended, they're going to have to.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they will, but it's to make a really good quality game like that, like with Fallen Order and like the Red Dead Redemption series. Like it takes a while to make a really good quality storyline game with limited bugs.
Well, hell, just look at Legend of Zelda. They
Breath
take
of
like
the Wild,
7 years to make. The
right?
only reason this one's coming out is because they're building off of the other one they just made.
Well, that's like
That's
just like The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt that came out in 2011. So it's been 12 years and they haven't come out with the fourth Witcher game.
Yeah. Well, Final Fantasy X took them 10 years
Oh
to
my
make,
god. Yeah,
and
that's rough.
it was like a perfect game. That's why they took their
Yeah,
time to do it right.
absolutely. No problem with it.
Yeah.
And
The
they're
problem
taking
with
forever with GTA.
Oh,
six.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
supposedly going to be the
Uh,
last GTA game.
I hope so.
I don't know if
I
it's
agree.
true or not, but that's what I heard.
I
I
agree
mean,
with that statement. I hope
yeah,
it's the
that's
last
the last
one.
one.
And I also heard that it was going to be like a combination of all the maps together.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I
I'm
heard
so
too.
fine with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That'd be actually pretty
Vice
cool.
City. Give me Vice City again.
Vice, I love the Vice City. That was my favorite of them all.
Best one. It's the best
Love that
map.
game.
Give me that map again. I mean, no offense to Sand, but
Liberty
And
City
Andreas,
was good for me.
I like Liberty City too, but Vice City was best. I agree.
it hit different.
Well, it had the Scarface type to it. That's what I loved about it.
Yeah, it did. Well, because it's kind of roughly based on
Yeah,
Miami,
it was
so
based on the movie. Yeah,
it fits
even the
well.
house was based on the movie. The lawyer was based on the lawyer in the movie. So
So good, so good. So that's all I ask. Give me Vice City.
give me Fallout 5, single
Mm,
player version Fallout 5. I want a better
Listen,
Fallout.
if we're gonna go down this rabbit hole, give me Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, right.
Give me Half Life, 3.
Half-Life 3. Yes,
Like,
please.
we
Jesus,
could just
fucking-
go
it'll
down
never
this
happen.
rabbit hole.
mm.
Half-Life 3 will never happen.
Well, I want Skyrim. I want Skyrim like they did with Oblivion and Skyrim. I wanted to go off to a different, you know, a different island. And maybe it's a little bit more advanced, and I want to see like, in their eyes, more modern things changing and having them like understand that it's not just going to be, the same anymore. Things are changing. I would really love to see that, you know, because we need some kind of growth. Eventually, like they're going to learn other things, and I would really like to see that.
That, or I would like to see, because we haven't ever really saw it. Like I wouldn't mind doing like a Cyrodiil, like the Oblivion, Tamriel, uh, whatever you want to call it, country Providence,
Mm,
um, but like back in the time where the all those monuments that I think it was like the Alkari or whatever, like monuments, the elven monuments were like big and stuff. So like way long time ago, like go back in the past. That'd be cool to see.
mm. Yeah, I agree. I think that needs to happen. Stop remastering the game, please.
Chicken Little's old argument.
Hmm?
Mm.
That's your argument. You keep telling them to stop remaking it.
Yeah, it was enough to. No, I'm not getting into it.
I,
We
yeah.
talked about that a lot as well.
Yes. Well, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 would be nice.
Yeah, no.
That's more hopeful than any of the other ones we've listed out.
Actually, it's in development. It should be coming out this year sometime, June, July, I think.
And I won't
So is
play it.
Witcher 4 in GTA 6
Yeah.
development.
Well, you can't play it, so I'm not even gonna bother with you.
I don't want to play it.
No,
You
she's
days
lying. She's got a
days gone.
PC now. She can play it.
You can play it
No,
now?
I
She can play
already lied.
all the PC games.
Really?
No, I can't. I'm
You're
mad.
lying.
So you lied to me.
No, I was trying to get parallel, which is like I can go on a Windows, but I also didn't want to pay like $170 a year. I was like, this is
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna
you
work
just buy a PC for that kind of money.
at that point. But I had a buddy. I was like, oh, I can just give you it like for free, and I tried it, but it just didn't work out the way I hoped. So,
You know, I have an old laptop. We could make something work.
Right? I got plenty of them. Just to play
I'm
Poppy
not
Playtime.
playing Poppy Playtime.
Oh my
That's fine. I'll
god.
go get a PC. I ain't playing that game.
Summer of
Neither will
68.
he.
No, and whatever the summer one that Winking that you were playing.
Summer
No,
of '68.
no, no.
That's a phenomenal game too. You played
Great.
Scorn for Christ's sakes.
What?
Yeah, well, didn't expect it to be that. It wasn't even scary. It was more creepy as all get out.
Oh, is that the one where like you stuck your hand in like a?
And
Yeah.
body parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's creepy. It's messed up.
It's a
No,
creepy
more
game, yes.
creepy. It was gross. It was literally gross. And then at one point, which bothered me, was at the end because you see private parts and they're like, instant you in 3 different directions.
Funniest thing is that you could actually finish the game within like 5 seconds of starting the game.
I like games that do that. There was one. What was the game called? It was like one of those ones where you have like the superhuman feats. Oh God, I wish I knew what the game was, but it was basically you have to like you have superhuman like feats and you have to go like save people all the time. So like you can like sprint really fast and like kind of like almost like teleport. And basically you start off in the office building and your boss yells at you to like get up on the helipad like and get out of here. Like we have to like go to a situation. And it's like, okay, in any game it's like, oh, get there as soon as possible is just the amount of time it takes to get there. I can do whatever I want until I get to that point, and the timing doesn't really matter. But if you like screw around in the office in the beginning of the game for like more than like 10-15 minutes, he calls you after like 10 minutes of real time and says, great, while you were strolling around the office the situation just got worse. And it basically the hostages like all end up getting killed and like the game ends in like in like 30 minutes because you took too long to get to the. And then I think the Far Cry like 4 or 5, I think it was Far Cry 4, like if you there's a point in one of them, it's the very beginning of the game where like you're sitting down at this table with this like crazy guy, and if he says like, oh wait, I'll be right back, he goes to deal with something, and if you stay there he'll come back, and then you go into a helicopter like with him and like you're his best friend basically, and the game ends. But the whole point of the game is you're supposed to like escape because he's like some insane guy.
I'd rather go with the insane guy.
It reminds me of what's it called? Like Telling Lies. It's like this really interesting game. I played it on my stream. I really was invested. It was pretty much this detective walks in and like you're playing on a computer the entire time, and you get clips, and you're only getting like a couple seconds, and you only get 5 at a time. But then you have to type in like keywords to find more, and you have to solve what actually happened at the end. And if you don't finish, the game's over. You need to destroy the laptop. But if you do finish, then you get a different ending where you can actually then prove of what happened and get the whole story, and then still destroy the laptop. It was really actually really good.
I missed
And
the
you're timed, like your time, like the clock will go. And I think it's like you start at like 7 o'clock, and if you are at like 6 a.m. in the morning, it's over.
Ooh.
And it's
Excuse me.
really good. It's on Xbox on Game Pass, and I highly recommend it.
I highly recommend Outlast for you.
I'm not playing 2. After the first one, absolutely not.
I haven't
I
even
highly
played it
recommend
yet.
Poppy Playtime.
No. No.
But I have a
No.
legit excuse. I have to get an external hard drive.
Blah blah blah.
I don't have any space.
Please, Poppy Playtime is not that big, and the first chapter's free, so you can't even say you don't have money either.
What's that multiplayer version?
Project Playtime.
See, I got that. So why don't
Yes,
we play that?
that's fine. Let's play it.
Okay.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
It still needs to be a little fine tuned. It's still in development, but that's just a beta release so far. But it's not bad. There's been a couple updates. I haven't played it since then yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she won't do it.
It honestly makes me sick, like thinking about it, because I've seen
She
people
little
like
won't do it
this,
either.
but
I have the game. I bought it.
Bought it. It's free.
Whatever. Downloaded, bought, same thing. I have it.
No, it's not the same thing.
Same
You
thing.
didn't spend money on it.
I bought it for $0.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God help me.
He ain't helping you.
Well, let's not get into religion.
uh,
mm-mm. No, I don't play scary games. I will not unless for special events, I will play one.
Hey, I'm still waiting for you to play Days
I
Gone
know
on
I need to
stream.
go back and do. I know, Days Gone. I know.
I I gave the rewards. I sold like what 10 minutes of it, and that was it.
I need to get back in playing it. I really do. I was definitely confused for a hot minute in that game.
It takes a minute to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's a phenomenal game with a great story.
Yeah, I need to get back into it.
what have you been? So tell me more about the game you were playing on stream for the past couple weeks.
What was it called? Dead Space?
No, not that
No,
one. The other one.
it
Cuphead?
was
Yeah.
Cuphead.
Oh my God.
So
Anger
like, I
management
don't know
course.
anything about it. So tell me more about it.
Okay, pretty much Cuphead is like this cute, like 50 styles cartoons, like very like Betty Boop meets Mickey, silly Steamboat Mickey. And it's about these two kids, Cuphead and Mugman, decided to go and cause chaos. And Cuphead was like gambling and he was winning and winning. And the devil came up because it was his casino and he was like losing money like crazy. And he's like, okay, use my dice and roll again to see if you're not cheating. And he lost. And he said, well, because you lost, you have to give me your souls. And they were negotiating, pretty much saying, if you kill all these bosses, then I can give you, then you're free. Then I'll never get your soul.
Hmm.
So you have to go through like 3 islands, kill all these bosses, and you can't pass the island unless you kill them all. So you need to, do them all, and then then you can go to the devil to defeat. Which I'm on the last one or second to last one. This freaking dice that I want to literally flip my desk because it is so aggravating. Because it's not like a typical like you just start battling the dice. No, I gotta battle like 9 little mini bosses to then get to him.
So it's a happy story.
Oh
Yay!
yeah, so great. I have been literally playing just the Dice Man for the last 3 streams.
Yeah, no, I've been watching. It's
Jesus, that's
hysterical.
got to be frustrating. Like three
Oh my
hours
god.
of like or more of like.
It's
Oh my
good
god.
streaming fun though.
That's like when I was doing the attempting the no death run at
Oh
Mario.
God, that was hysterical.
See
You need to
the
try that again.
frustrating part with that, I might give it another try. The frustrating part with that is when you get to like because I got to 56 stars, I
Six,
think.
yeah, something like that.
So I
56,
was like
57.
doing really well.
Yep.
And I hate it when you die at the stupidest points, and that's what happened. Like I got past some really like I attempted some tough shit because I'm like, all right, I got to take some risks like early on to like get stars, so then I can
Breeze through at the end.
breeze through some easier ones later on, which worked. But I think I got like so many stars. I think I died on like the lava world, because in the lava
And you
world's
go off the
not that
cliff.
hard. You just have to like nail a couple of those landings, and that's it. And it's not difficult. But that's where I ended up dying. Like if I had cleared the lava world, like half the stars or more, I'd have 60 something, and I would have done the no death run. But
That's my whole
Unfortunately,
problem with Cuphead. I keep dying with the king dice every time for the most dumbest reasons, because all you gotta do is parry the cards to get through, and you just gotta keep shooting.
yeah,
And I keep dying the most stupidest reasons, which is making me aggravated every time. That game should be coming with a warning, like anger management courses might be required. That literally should come with a warning.
I already
Like
have
it
anger
is,
issues. I do not need to play that game.
we should do a. You have a Switch, right, Tay?
yes.
We should do a Mario 64 race. First to 100% wins.
Yeah, that's never going to happen with me.
You know what? I'm stuck. So I was never allowed to play it. My cousins play it, so I watched. And I've been playing it for the first time. I'm stuck at the final room.
Oh,
Can't
the
pass it.
clock, where the clock is, and the other one. That's
Yeah.
they get a little more difficult there, but and I've challenged a lot of people. No one will take me up on it.
No, it's because it's all you ever play.
No, I play it once a year. I play it once a year and beat my time from last time, and I only beat it by 40 minutes. But I would have beaten it by a lot more. But I was shocked with the last stream. I had like an hour and a half, or no, I had 2.5 hours before I would have missed it, and I got probably 35 stars in 2 hours. Like I got no, maybe like 30. I got like 25 to 30 in 2 hours, and it's like on the tougher end. So I was like shocked that I got like that many. I picked up the speed fast. A lot of fail early on.
Mm-mm. I'm still stuck. The one game I would totally do is Mario Galaxy, which is probably my favorite Mario
I've
game.
never played it.
Such a good one.
I did 100% for the first time ever. Um, Mario Sunshine.
Another great game.
Okay. What do you think is the fastest speed run for Mario 64?
Like an hour or something, or and that with hacks or without hacks.
I don't know.
Oh well, then like I don't know. Let's say 45 minutes.
6 minutes, 27
Yeah,
seconds.
it's so they're just hacking it.
Well, it's not really a hack if it's a glitch in the game itself.
I doubt that that's possible without hacks.
What is the hardest Mario games ranked to defeat?
The Mario 3, because it was like unreleased in America.
Mario 3 isn't even on here.
It's Mario like 2 or 3. It's one of those like first
2.
ones.
The Lost. Yes, that's the top
Yeah,
one.
that's the one I was thinking about.
Yeah. Super Mario Maker 2 is number 2.
Yeah, not even a real Mario game.
I know, right?
Mm.
Adam played a lot.
64 is not even on there.
No, because 64 is not that bad in the grand scheme of things. There's tougher Mario games out there.
Yes, there's.
I think though, where is it? The one tougher one that I still couldn't do 100% on. I think it was Super Mario Bros. I think the one that came on the Switch.
Oh, the newer one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like once you get 100%, then you would do like
Mario Bros.
five
Is
or
on there.
six like one single life rounds, and you only have one life, and you have to collect all the stars along the way. And it is not easy.
It's number 5 on the hardest of Mario
It
games.
is not really. It's hard. I've been stuck on 2 islands.
See, like that's to me that's fun. Like if you've played it so much that you get really good at it, then it's fun to play those because you're like, I know I can do better. Like and then like you just keep trying. Especially like handheld. I haven't played like a handheld game kind of thing in a while.
Neither have I. They don't really have many good ones out except for Nintendo's DS, I think it is.
Not no, it's something else now. But
Whatever it is now.
what are the lists of those hardest Mario games?
Lost Levels, which is Super Mario 2, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Maker is number 3, Super Luigi U is number 4. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah, I didn't play that
Number
one.
number 5 is Super Mario Bros. Number 6 is Super Mario Sunshine.
Number what?
6 is Super Mario Sunshine.
I would say
I never played that one.
I'd say there's a couple of them that are pretty difficult, and then just getting all the blue coins. They basically threw in, okay, you need to get 30 blue coins out of each level. And then when you trade in like all your blue coins, there's like 240 in the game. Then you get 24 stars, basically shine sprites, in order to 100% the game. So there's 30 in each level, and they're like, you have to go back to certain levels sometimes to get them, and use certain abilities like at certain points. So they're not, in Super Mario Galaxy, from what I heard, there's like more of that stuff, and it's even like worse, but it's just like you wouldn't know unless you've like watched other people play it or you scour the entire world.
Oh, it's so much fun.
It is fun, but it's like
I still recommend that one. It's my favorite one, hands down.
freaking Noki Bay. And
The new Super Mario Bros. Wii is number 8. I didn't think that was that difficult. I didn't think that was that difficult.
I mean, there were some different parts though, like the
Super
one
Mario World, number 9.
the final round. That was hard.
And number 10, 64.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, again,
I thought Odyssey would be up there because
yeah,
Odyssey's final round.
Odyssey or Galaxy.
Galaxy was difficult for me. I did not like that game at all.
Yeah, just because like they added so much new shit in there. And,
shit,
like,
yeah.
64, it's like there's like certain levels that are difficult, but it's, I don't know, maybe just because I played it so much now.
Maybe.
I played it like 4 times. Like on all the way
I thought
through.
Odyssey was tough, especially the final round. Once you get all the moons, and you're hitting the final round, I still can't defeat it. And I always get stuck at the one part too. Can't solve it. It bothers me.
How about Paper Mario?
I want to play that, but I haven't.
Do you really?
Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. I heard that's really good.
This is just Paper Mario.
That's
RPG classic.
Yeah, it's the first one. The second one is the 1,000-Year Door.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like that's a 2D Mario, but like higher res, basically.
I just want more Kirby games.
No, I want more Legend of Zelda.
When was the last Kirby game that came out?
Not that long ago.
Forgotten Lands. The Forgotten Land, which is on Switch, but even after that, we want to go longer. It was like Dreamland. Like we haven't seen one since just recently. I think it was like last year was the first time in like years.
Yeah.
Like a true Kirby game. They have like little cute games.
Yeah, they have like Kirby Fighters 2 was the last one, and it was in 2020.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind another Legend of Zelda either. But...
Yes.
You guys are getting one. You're getting another Breath of Wild, whatever the heck it's called.
No, I want a whole new different Legend of Zelda.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't want a sequel. Well, if you look at every Zelda game, each one is a completely different game, different story, different everything, set in the same world though. And if you follow the conspiracy theories, idiocy, each Legend of Zelda is a different Zelda, or a different Link. It's a different, but his spirit from the last game goes into the new one.
Well, yeah, there's like 2 different timelines.
Yeah.
There's like I said, the Hero 1 and the Hero Lost one.
Yeah, exactly. But I want something along the lines of A Link in the Past.
What do you mean?
Something
like
that game. Yes.
Oh, well.
I want something in that. Where? What?
Link to the Past. So you're saying
I want not the same thing. I want that type of story brought to this graphics and games.
Oh, like a 3D.
Yes.
Oh, well, they'll just have them redo it, but in 3D.
That would be cool. Actually, the original Legend of Zelda.
What's that, Tay?
They'll keep the 3D design for the longest time. That's not going to go away. Ever since Pokemon X and Y, that ain't going away. They love it. They do.
It works.
That I would almost be like, I want like the next couple of games, like those classic ones, I want them to like remaster and release those instead of like a new one. Like I would be okay with like if the last new Zelda game was like, let's say this year, and then like 3 years from now they released like like 2 remasters, and we had to wait another 7 years for a new one. Like
that's fine with
or
me.
5 years, I'd be fine because I'd play the shit out of the remaster.
Yes, I would. Especially the original, very first Zelda. It was perfect.
Yeah.
The remaster of that is perfect.
Just don't re-release it, 20 times like
No,
Skyrim.
just once. Once is fine.
Once is fine. Once is enough.
Although, did you see the one dude that made The Legend of Zelda, the original game, into like a Doom-like game?
No.
Oh, it's freaking cool. I'll find it and send you the link. It's awesome looking.
Yeah, they. I did see. I forgot who was doing it, but someone was like, modders were basically like redoing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, but
Yeah,
like with
the
Unreal Engine
Unreal.
5.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. I
that
saw
looked
that.
good.
Actually, I sent you a clip of one of those.
Yeah, I think it was the same one I found before.
Yeah,
Um,
that's phenomenal.
yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
Hold on, BRB, but my dog needs to go out, and
Okay.
just because of little me, he keeps whining.
All
That's why I
right.
keep muting. Hold on,
Go
BRB.
get him.
Um. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. But
All right. Now that she's gone, let's talk behind her back. No, I'm weak.
um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Uh,
There's not
like the,
many.
not many games. Not many stuff's already out.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to that's coming out soon.
We already talked
We
about.
talked about those. I mean, the only one that I guess would be really looking forward to, two of them would be the Avowed it's called Avowed. I talked about Obsidian's releasing it. It's like a
Right.
basically their own version of Elder Scrolls.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
And then a huge modding community are doing a Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the fourth one, but they're doing it with like the next gen like high res graphics because it came out in 2006. So like that's supposed to be released I think 2025.
Damn.
Well, they've been working on it for like since like 2010.
Damn.
Yeah, they've been working on it a long time.
Hey, so long as they do it correctly, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean there's so much shit to put in there, so
Yeah, exactly.
but I'm
The only
fine
thing
because they're
I'm
gonna
looking
do it
for,
right. So
what I'm looking forward to, is still the day before.
what about the day after?
The day before is what the game is called, and
But
looks like it got pushed
what if
back.
they do call it the day after?
Don't well, they already named it the day before.
No, I know, but they could be like a
That
funny
could be
and
the
say,
sequel, the day after.
That okay? Well, I'd rather play the day before first, and then we'll play the day after.
So tell me more about the day before.
Not much to know. It's a zombie RPG third person shooter type game. You know, you're fighting against zombies. You're fighting against other players. You're crafting. You're collecting shit to craft shit. And,
So is it online? Because you said you're fighting. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not an RPG.
Well, it is. It's an MMORPG.
Okay, got
It's
it.
first person, kind of like hybrid.
Got it.
"Hmm,
You know,
hmm."
kind of like Fallout 76, but better.
Oh yeah, Fallout 76 is
Doesn't take much to get better than Fallout 76 because Fallout 76 sucked.
You play a
But
lot of it for a game that sucks, though.
there's not much else to play. I have no money to buy anything else.
and the storyline is just. Mm-mm.
Oh no, they've updated the storyline.
And I haven't played
Yeah,
it since their launch because
yeah,
it's still free on Game Pass, so
yeah. That's why I'm
it's
playing it
been
because it's
sitting
free.
dormant.
But no, they
But
updated it. You actually there's actually NPCs there now and all that stuff.
There wasn't NPCs before,
No,
so
there
it was
was
just
not.
an empty world.
Well, it was an empty world. There was things to kill and shoot and all that shit, but there wasn't an NPC to go talk to. And
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
yeah, and you're
Gotcha.
just building, which I think the whole building layout was terrible.
yeah,
I think that was just a poor,
poor
um,
choice.
yeah, that wasn't. It was just not. It wasn't working. It just wasn't working. It was bad all the way around,
They just need to fire Todd.
pretty much. Which it makes me nervous because of Starfield, which that's been a super hyped game. And I've learned in the past, when a game is so hyped up,
That means
like
it's
it
gonna
is
suck.
Gotham Knights, it doesn't
Oh
turn out
God,
well.
I was so disappointed about that. I'm glad I didn't buy it though. I
Well, that's
wanted to.
because game companies, the risk they do now is that they've released all these really good games in a row, and then they said, okay, we're gonna like release another one, start getting the money hype, and release them faster. No, Take your freaking time.
Take time, yes.
Make it
Mhm.
good.
You got to
Oh
spend
yeah.
money to make money.
Not even just
Yeah.
spend money to make money. Just take your freaking time. Everyone just
Well,
wants to
yeah.
release something new right away. Like, no, release it with no bugs. Test it forever.
Yes,
I
that's what I'm
agree.
with. Now, there's no way to release a game with no bugs whatsoever. It's like next to impossible.
Okay, but make the
So,
bugs like,
as minimal as possible.
yeah, like,
Well, yeah. And I also think that they didn't do a lot of research if people
No.
would enjoy this. Because I'm telling you right now, if they had a similar format as like Batman series, Arkham Knight, Asylum, the whole shindig,
Oh,
I I think that could have been successful because those Batman games are very beloved. I mean,
yes.
I just recently replayed Arkham Knights because I was just like,
Yeah,
I love that game.
that
That
was a
game
good
is
game.
great.
It
It's a
was.
great game. And I think that if it had the exact same format, that probably could have been successful, which now makes the whole new game, was it Suicide Squads? People have already are talking bad things about it because that trailer dropped and people are not a fan of it.
Yeah, I don't listen to other people's though.
And there's just the public does not like the whole idea of it.
You can't 100% agree with the public because the public loves to hate things just to hate them.
I know.
You
And that's
know,
like I said,
they
that's
like
why I'm
bashing
scared of
shit for no
Starfield.
reason.
I'm really nervous about Starfield. I
So,
mean,
yeah, I'm not buying it
wait,
out of the gate like I
nope.
did with Hogwarts. Like, Hogwarts obviously was good and they took their time and it's got some bugs, but it's good. Starfield, I don't have any confidence with Bethesda
No,
anymore
no,
that they're
none.
gonna do a good job on stuff.
yeah.
So I'll just wait,
Yes.
and then I'll still be able to pick it up for the same exact price, and there'll be a
Well,
couple bug patches by then if
I
it
mean, it
sucks.
is it is Bethesda, so it might be on X Pass right away.
Yeah, but you're still gonna be paying. They're not gonna. You think they're
I'm
gonna?
I'm paying $10 for it
I
that
don't
month.
think for a brand new game they're gonna put it on now.
Actually, no, they for Bethesda they have been
Maybe
Maybe.
because
because
Microsoft
they
owns them
acquired it.
now, but
They own them now, so that's why they're doing it. They're actually saying, "Hey, this game comes out this day. It's on Game Pass."
yeah, but
That's
for
their
how
draw.
long
That's what
though?
they're. I don't know.
That's the thing. Like they probably will put it on for like a
At least I
week
could try.
to get you addicted, and then
Oh, I could try it,
cut
and
it
I'll
off.
give you a review.
There you go.
I think they have a good idea though in that game. I think they have a good idea. And the game that makes me think of every time I see it is out the Outer Worlds, which is somewhat similar. And but you don't customize your ship. You can just travel other planets
Yeah.
and explore. Um, but I think they have a good idea about, designing your own ship and you travel and all that fun stuff. And I think it's going to really expand the story and make it more adventurous for those adventurous players. But I'm afraid about that darn storyline. I think that's what pulls me away because Fallout 4, it didn't draw me in or anything. Now Las Vegas, probably the best Fallout game in my opinion of all time.
Yeah, for me it was the Skyrim storyline just was like I don't know. Like I liked it. The main one wasn't bad, but the war sort of like side quest main one of the
Companions.
war quest was like just so like stupid. Like I don't know. I feel like they would have all worked together against the elves. Like they wouldn't have like done a civil war. Like in my opinion.
Well, I do love the Dark Brotherhood. I think that's my favorite storyline.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, that one was good, but I don't know. It had its flaws too.
I love that one.
I guess that one was better than the Thieves. The Thieves Guild sucked.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
It was
That was
so
bad.
bad.
That was bad.
It was more
By the way,
like robbers that would kill you. Than-
Xbox Game Pass Play Day 1. Be among the first to play the new games on the same day of the release. Starfield.
For how long though?
Forever.
Like you just pay the
So long
five
as you
bucks a
have,
month.
so it's $10 a month, but yeah. So long as you pay the $10 a month, you get to play that
Then
game.
where's their income going? That's my next question then.
Other people are buying it that don't have Game Pass.
Well, you
But
think you're
Now
paying for
Starfield,
the
Redfall, as Dusk Falls, Minecraft
Just
Legends, which I
Falls.
already know is true. It's already on my computer.
but the point of
Just
stay is
Falls.
you're going to be you're paying a one-time fee of $70 or you're paying
Yeah,
for a Game Pass
for
for
ten
10 bucks
bucks.
a month, and you're going to be playing it for like a year and a half, which you'll be playing the year and a half if you buy it. So they're making more money then on the Game Pass in the long run.
Yeah, well, you also have other games. It's not just that game you
No,
get.
sure, but the point is that they're making more money off of you with the Game
Oh
Pass
yeah,
in the
Yeah,
long
but
run.
make,
at the same
but
time, I also can play 5 new games like that, and then like, especially for me, whereas like games that like I'll play once and never return.
yeah,
I mean, to me that's a steal because then I don't, throw down, which it will be now, the new price will be $80 for a game, and then throw
yeah,
down $80 and just have it sit dormant.
exactly. If I don't like it, I only pay 10 bucks. I got other games I can go play instead.
Oh
That
yeah.
I got for the same price, 10 bucks. I got it right here on my face. Tons of games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
guess for
know,
me,
so
I usually am not the initial buyer, so I hear all the stuff, and then
decide then.
I will decide then, and I'm more than happy with paying like the one time fee.
But the
I
Star
mean,
Wars games
I
are on
always
here
look
as
at
well.
it, especially now, like you can do a bundle. So now you can do not only like Xbox Game Pass, but you also can get Xbox Game Pass including EA Play
Yep.
Yep.
and so on and so forth.
Which I
And
have DA play, which gives me Fallen Order, Battlefront, Squadrons,
Star
The new Star Wars game that's coming out that you're dying to play, Chicken Little, will be
Yeah.
on there.
Okay, so that one too. I should say that one, and then Avowed. We were talking earlier, Tay, when you walked away. Games
What
that
we're looking forward.
we're looking forward to, and it's just Avowed by Obsidian, which is going to basically be their Elder Scrolls, and then I forgot about Jedi Survivor. I think that's it of stuff that I would
Yeah.
like buy out of the gate.
I don't buy out of the gate anymore.
Yeah, I think the only game I'm kind of excited for is Jedi Survivor. I think in like in my
Yeah,
memory base right now.
I
Yeah.
hope they do it justice.
Huh.
Yeah, I think
I hope
that's
they do it justice.
Did you play Fallen Order?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't play it on stream though.
No, I did not stream it. I just played it.
I think that's the only one that I like that at least I remember. If I, you know. Oh, Psych. No, Psych that. No, past that. Spider-Man 2. That's my most psych game.
Yeah.
And Wolverine. Those two. We're
Wolverine does
finally
look
getting
good.
Wolverine game, which fans have been
Yeah.
begging for years.
Yeah, it looks like it's a good one too.
Yeah, done. Which is we're hitting like the Logan phase, which I love. So it's not like classic Wolverine. We are getting Logan. And then
Superhero ones are
Spider-Man.
tough though, no?
They
Hmm?
are.
Like they
They
haven't
are
done.
tough.
They're inconsistent.
They are inconsistent. Like the Avengers game was horrible.
That was terrible. It was like playing a PlayStation 2 game.
But then the
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy was like
It
really
was
good.
yeah, it was great. It was a great game. Never played it?
I love
Like
that
that
game.
one,
I
I
love the
heard
game. Okay.
like it. I only watched people play it, and it had a very like similar vibe to like Fallen Order from like how it
Yeah.
operated. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
it
That's
did.
so
And it
good.
followed the comics perfectly.
That's
hmm
good.
Yeah.
I loved it. And then we get Spider-Man 2. So we're back with Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And they already showed them the trailer, so it's no spoiler. But then we're now getting Venom,
Venom.
which that would be really interesting because that's
Yeah.
going to be a very complex character for Spider-Man. I bet you $1,000 that Spider-Man's going to get his, Venom suit and he's going to have to battle with Miles Morales.
That'd be interesting.
I can totally see that. And it's going to be very exciting.
I
Very
prefer the
exciting.
original way they did it, where Spider-Man figured out that he hated the sounds and the vibrations and all, and took him to a missile launch that's going into space, and then put him on that. That was like the best one they did.
Yeah.
The actual comic.
Mm-hmm. Even the Venom movie is just great though. That's just great. I love the first one. Second one was rough.
It was low, but I still liked Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
That's the you're talking about the Tom Hardy one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. Listen, it's funny because now Venom is now lingering in the MCU after what happened at Endgame. Oh no, sorry, No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah.
No Way Home. There's a little symbiote running around. This
Yep.
small little symbiote which can grow. And
Yeah,
of
but
course, it will come after Peter Parker. I mean, it's going to. You can't deny that. But it's gonna be great because he has that suit during Secret Wars, which I can see either the next Spider-Man movie, which they're writing for right now, or in Secret Wars that they could totally, um, he can totally get the suit.
Is he doing more Spider-Man movies? I didn't think he was doing any more.
No, so he still has a contract going, so he's down for one more movie, at least under his name, so
Right.
Spider-Man. And then he has to do Kang's Destiny and Secret Wars. Because Spider-Man's a very prominent character in Secret Wars. I mean, he's in the cover. So he's a very prominent character. And I'm telling everyone stream, all the Marvel streams, I'm telling you $1,000 that Spider-Man will die in Secret Wars.
Yeah, he's the next Iron
Yes.
Man.
Yes. And I'm telling you right now, because of that, I bet you another $1,000 that it's going to be an incursion in Miles Morales' world, and he is going to, jump to a different universe, our MCU universe, and he'll be replacing Peter Parker. I can so see that. It's like plain in my eyes. I can so see that because he got hinted in No Way Home. He got
Yes, he did.
hinted twice
Yep.
by Andrew Garfield with Electro, and he was seen when the universe was
So it's
splitting.
cracking. Yeah,
You can see him.
Yeah.
So
You know
I'm
what's
telling
interesting?
you,
I love that movie actually.
You know,
they are going to yank him out. You're going to pull out Peter Parker, and they're going to replace him with Miles Morales. Easy. I can
Works for
see it.
me.
I will go to Las Vegas and bet my money on it.
do it. Stream it.
100%. 100%.
You know what's interesting? There's been multiple Batmans, multiple
Yes.
Spider-Mans, multiple Supermans, but there's only one Iron Man.
Yes.
Yes,
Actually, no, that's not true. There's been 2 Iron Mans.
technically. Well,
What's
you
the
want
other
to
one?
He was on that horrible, horrible Avengers TV show
yeah.
in like the 70s or something like
Yeah,
that.
where he
It was
actually like lies down and like the machine
Yeah.
comes down.
Yes.
It's
It was
terrible.
so bad.
Never
So
seen that in
bad.
my life.
Oh, it was so
Oh my
horrible.
God, you can just look it up. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
So
don't know.
technically 2, but yeah.
And I think we also are going to getting I think we're getting an Iron Man for 2 seconds, but it's not RDJ Iron Man. It's going to be something different. It's going to be,
That was gonna be his daughter.
no, it's going to be, what's his name? The Iron Lad, which is in another universe that's another Kang variant in the comic books. And I can so see him because they're gonna have to yank him if that's gonna be Kang's destiny. They're gonna have to yank him. Um, I can be the Iron Lad, which will end up creating the Young Avengers
Mm.
because he's the main leader in that group, and they're already building the Young Avengers. I mean, in Falcon the Winter Soldier, we had Patriot.
God, there's so much talking about
Yeah, Marvel is just like the full-time job.
yeah, like going back to like what we talked about in the beginning, like how Star Wars, like Marvel has just like taken that to a whole new level with the amount of
Yeah.
shit that they have. And you have to like, you don't have to, but you really do. You have to watch everything to
Everything.
understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
but,
Yes.
It's a little
and
too much.
that's it's too much for me. I can't.
And you
I
don't watch it with me. I will tell you that right now. If anyone wants to watch a Marvel marathon with me, don't do it.
Why?
Don't do it because I will break it down to you. I
Yes.
literally, for a hot example, Steve and I weren't really dating during a lot of Marvel movies, but then Endgame came out, and I'm losing my mind. It's Endgame. And he's just like, well, I don't know any Marvel movies. I'm like, okay, we have to watch them all so you can understand Endgame because you're gonna be lost. He's gonna be lost because then he's like, what's going on? Why is there's a purple dude with stones? Like, what's that? So, I had to break it down. And I'm that person when something is important happen, I will pause it and he's like, look at this item, like the Tesseract. Look at this. This is important. This is very important. And I will like pretty much bully someone just like I will make a PowerPoint in the
See,
process.
that's
Jesus
fine
Christ, see,
after the movie,
After
but
the
like
movie.
I have to be in the zone watching it the entire time. Like I can't.
Yeah, don't
like
do that.
you can't pause. The whole
No,
point
you pause
of the
that
movie
I'm taking
is
the
that
clicker away from you.
you take away the flow of the movie
Yes.
when you pause it.
Yeah. But I'm dealing with a man that has ADHD who gets lost in 2 seconds.
Oh,
That's
So I
fine.
have to
Let
pause.
him watch the whole movie then go back and go, okay, this was an important part, this was an important part. Go back
Have
after
your
the fact.
PowerPoints prepared afterwards.
Yes.
Oh my God. I still have them on my computer. I
Oh, Jesus
literally
Christ.
made full
You
on
actually have.
PowerPoints.
Oh my god, I was joking.
Oh, so was
No,
hot.
I made full on PowerPoints of like I was breaking down. I was breaking down each thing. I was breaking down like especially with Captain America, which was a huge turning point of the Avengers, right? We see the first Infinity Stone. So that's very important because that's the first build up to get to Thanos pretty much. And I was like, this is the Tesseract. This is what the stone is. Breaking down what the name of the stone. Yada yada yada. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, I am terrible. I tell everyone, don't watch it with me unless you
No.
really want to be educated. Like if you really want to know, I will educate you like a freaking Marvel professor.
I don't
Sad.
know that like barely anything. So
Yeah, don't watch it with me unless you really want to know. Then you're more than happy
I
to
have
learn.
a good general idea about the universe, so I don't need all that. I'm looking forward to is the Sony's Spider-Man Across the Universe,
Oh my God, that
because the
trailer.
first one was fucking fantastic,
It was. I actually
and
have it on my phone. I watch it every time I'm on a plane.
yeah,
I love
it
that
is a
movie.
great animated
see the
Mm.
movie.
part that gets me, I would totally get into Marvel and watch it all and like and commit the time. But now that we're breaking off into like there's these different universes and like this happens over here, but it's not related to the main timeline over here, and like oh now there's a third
What if?
one. It's like that's just too confusing for me. I need
Not only
Hey,
that,
listen.
one
they also have the
universe
one
where it
if.
all exists, and I'll watch all the stuff, the sideline and all that stuff. I can't watch where now you have to pay attention. Okay, this is all to this one. This is for this one. It's just too much. I can't.
How many branches?
Yeah, there's too
Okay,
many branches.
here's the thing. I tell everyone this, and I understand the frustration for like the MCU fans who don't know what's going on. I totally understand. This is a very complex story. Like it's not really like cut and dry because like the events of Infinity War is pretty straightforward. Like people can understand, they can like get into the rhythm. We're getting a very complex and very dark story. Like you think Thanos was dark? No, you have not seen anything yet. But I will say this is the most beloved story for a lot of the comic book fans. So I would tell everyone, I'm telling everyone, just hold tight. It sounds rough now, and it sounds very complex. But when we finally see Kang in his full power, people are going to really love this villain because he is, oh God,
What the fuck was that?
my dog probably saw a bird, which is
Oh, okay.
probably it.
I don't hear the dog. Chingalo.
Anyway, it just hold off because King is such a great
I'm looking
freaking
up Marvel
character,
stuff. Come
and
on.
he's a
Jesus.
menace, like aggressive. I
Kane,
mean,
huh?
mm-hmm. I literally have the comic book right next to me. I mean, a menace you can't see because it's blurry as
Yeah, it's
heck.
blurry. Why is it blurry?
Oh, because I don't know. I accidentally pressed blur when I went on camera, and
Because you're clear and everything around you is blurry.
I know
So I
I
looked up
accidentally picked the wrong thing
I looked up
when I.
14 most powerful Marvel villains, and it has Molecule Man as number one.
Oh yeah,
Whoever the hell
Molecule
that is.
Man.
Yeah, I never. I don't even know who that is.
Molecule Man's way too aggressive, which I'm glad that they didn't choose him. I was kind of hoping Galactus, but then also Galactus is very powerful as well.
Yes, he is.
And Doctor Doom,
Oh yeah.
and then
Yes.
then Thanos is number three.
Mm, mm,
So who's
mm.
this guy? Kane?
Kang the Conqueror.
Kane the Conqueror.
He's like he's more like very aggressive. He's a very aggressive character.
He
Like
sees better.
I mean, he has this thing in the comic books called
Oh, there he
The
is.
Kang kick, and I mean, you can really knock someone's off their feet, you know.
Hmm.
And and I think people should hold off because I'm telling you right now, thanks to Moon Knight in the first episode, there is a very high chance we'll get Doctor Doom because he plays also a very big role in Secret Wars.
Oh, isn't
So
the new Fantastic Four movie coming out? Isn't he going to be featured in that?
I think he'll be at the end credits.
Is that what it is? I
I
just heard he'd be
feel
featured. I didn't say he'd be the
like
villain. I just know he was being featured in it.
No, no, I'm telling you. So, like, if you watch the first episode of Moon Knight, and the specific scene that you need to look at is when, he goes into that town and sees, his villain for the first time. Um, there is a scene where he drives a cupcake truck, and it
I want
so
cupcakes.
happens it has the name of the town that Doctor Doom ends up, taking full control, and his full official name. So, he's already coming. He's on his way. And they better do him well because they didn't do him well in the Fantastic series, in my opinion. So,
No, they made him weak as shit.
yeah, no,
I
and
saw
this guy,
that at least.
Doctor Doom is not no one you want to mess with. So, they
No,
better
but
do him
the
right.
actor they picked was perfect for it, though.
Oh, there
It's
was.
just a shame they didn't direct him well enough. That was the problem.
It was. And
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's coming. He's coming. And it's gonna make the
actually,
story
the
very
original Fantastic Four movie that they did had a lot of potential. They had a lot of great actors. The director just did not know what he was doing at all.
especially with Silver Surfer, which I was so pumped.
Oh God! Well, the way they did it on screen and as he was flying and everything was perfect. Everything else sucked.
Yes.
But when he went, through the board and everything, it was everything they did with that part was perfect.
hmm
And they
And
could
once
just,
again, like Silver Surfer is once again a very big character
yeah,
in a lot of very important things. Like he
well, he
he is
served.
he is the main character pretty much in Infinity Gauntlet, which is the Infinity War in our terms. I mean, if you remember the scene with Hulk when he
Yeah,
flies down and he warns everyone that Thanos is coming, it was technically Silver
Silver
Surfer.
Surfer, yeah. But
It
they
was
just
fun.
they kicked him out completely, which
Mhm.
sucks because I love Silver Surfer. He was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
How well did he surf?
Better than you
Yeah,
can.
It's probably true.
pretty damn well. I mean, they picked out a lot of characters in Infinity War,
Yeah, they did.
like the comics Infinity Gauntlet, and they really
Oh,
changed Nebula.
Wolverine was in it.
Hmm?
Wolverine was in it in the original comics.
Oh yeah, all the X-Men's.
Oh, the whole X-Men, yeah. But I just remember
All of them.
seeing his claw. His claw was in something. He was just hanging dead.
I ironically have it also too, right next to me, the full collection, which
We
once again,
can't see.
I know, I know. Oh, wait, now you can see it. I have the full
There you
collection,
go. Yeah.
which is one of my favorite stories of all time. I mean, you can see right in the cover of how
Oh,
many
there we go.
freaking you're missing out so many. Which I also, I mean, I end up loving Infinity War the movie, but the one thing I love in this story is that the whole reason why Thanos was trying to cut half the universe because he was trying to impress Death. And he
Yes.
loved Death, but Death
Yeah.
never loved him back.
That
And the only reason why he was doing what he was doing
was
is
to impress her.
to impress her. And
He never
oh,
heard of roses.
Apparently not.
oh,
Well, I know we got
Oh,
to wrap up.
yes.
So any last things we want to talk about in the last couple minutes here before we wrap up?
that we
Um,
need to do a Marvel podcast next time or next month.
What's that?
We need to do a Marvel podcast next month.
We could work on that.
we can work on that.
I don't know how much I'd be able to contribute to the
Yeah,
the
same. I mean,
podcast.
like I said, I watched most of the movies. I did not watch everything. I will not watch. I did not like, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from this from everyone, especially you, Tay Tay. I did not like Black Panther. I did not like the movie at all.
The first one or
The
Wakanda
first one.
Forever?
The first one.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. I didn't watch the second one, but the reason I didn't watch the second one because I did not like the first one at all.
Honestly, Wakanda Forever is probably in my top 10 favorite movies.
See, my
That
top 10, in my top 10, it would be the Spider-Man movies. I love them. They're
I will
perfection to me.
I will say people really need to sit back and enjoy that movie. That movie was filmed so beautifully. The acting was phenomenal.
Now,
I
I
mean,
just want to know, did they do him justice?
100%.
Okay. All right. That's good enough then.
1,000%. Especially with Bassett, who just won a freaking Golden Globe for her role.
Yeah.
I mean, she is the first Marvel actresses for winning an award for anything in the acting
Yeah.
category.
Category. Usually it's, the special effects or the music or something.
Yeah. Her monologue in that movie, I mean, threw me back not only emotionally, but like you just felt like you were in the room and you can feel the vibration of her yelling. Like it was just and that movie was darn right near freaking amazing. And they did Namor so perfectly in a way because he in the comic books is so similar to Aquaman, so they kind of had to
Yeah.
change him to not have the similarities. And that whole movie is amazing. People really need to give that movie time because I understand Black Panther being not the greatest,
No,
you know.
it was never my favorite as a comic either. So that's I didn't connect with it.
People need to give this time because that movie was done so perfectly.
I was more of a Doctor Strange fan and a Spider-Man fan.
Doctor Strange
Those were
is pretty
mine.
good.
I like
That
Doctor
was
Strange. I love Doctor Strange.
yeah. No, that
But I'm
was
also a
good.
DC fan more, and I like Doctor Fate and Batman and all those. Sorry.
I really got to watch
You know how I
Titans.
feel like DC. It's the only reason why it's
Titans.
still here because of Batman.
Huh?
DC's only still standing because of Batman.
Uh,
Think about it.
And
All
Superman.
of the other good
that's
movies.
not true. And
Name me
Superman,
your favorite Batman. Name me your favorite DC movie.
my favorite
I'm
DC
telling
movie.
you. Go.
Actually, right now it's what the fuck's it called? Black Adam. Loved it.
Okay.
Phenomenal movie.
Besides that, give me
Huh?
more. Give me
Give me
more. Your
more.
top 5.
My top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them are Batman movies, and the Dark
Thank
Knight
you.
trilogy,
Suicide
the
Squad.
Superman movies, the Suicide Squad. I actually liked Zack Snyder's Justice League. Granted, it was a 4-hour freaking movie, but Zack Snyder's version was a hell of a lot better than
That was
whatever
my
that
Black Panther.
crap that he put out.
That movie was my Black Panther.
What, Justice League?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one? There's 2 versions.
The extended version was better. But I had to
Yes,
compare,
that's what I'm saying.
but it wasn't as great.
No, it shouldn't.
The entire
They needed to
storyline.
do what Marvel did, and they missed the mark completely.
Let's say this at least. The animated DC
Oh, it's phenomenal.
kicks the crap
Yeah.
out of anything
Marvel.
animated Marvel.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
100%. I will never argue on
Let's
that
just
part.
make sure
Yes.
that's out in the
That's
open.
That is definitely true.
Yeah.
Especially the
If we're gonna-
Constantine.
TV shows, that's it.
And I would say the TV shows, like the live TV shows, I think have an edge. There's obviously some good Marvel live TV shows,
There
but I
is,
still
and
think
there's some.
that the DC over the Marvel ones, just from what's out there.
The Flash
I will
TV
argue
show was
with
phenomenal.
animation.
Huh?
I will give you guys animation, but past that, I mean, no.
I think they're tied
Batman
for
movies
live
were the only
action.
one that's successful. Black Adam was good for a minute.
Superman movies were
For
successful
a
too.
minute.
It was good. It was better than what we were all giving. You know,
Sam movie was good too. Aquaman's movie was good as well.
Aquaman was good.
Yes.
I think what gives
I think
them...
she's just biased because
I
she's
think,
a Marvel
yeah,
girl.
you know,
I
I
really
think
think she
I think
is.
what ruins DC is the fact that the Justice League, Batman versus Superman,
Bombed
and then
majorly.
like a few of they just can't get
It moving.
consistent. I think they might with Robert Patterson because he got a lot of good hype for his first one.
Oh,
so,
that was a great movie.
so they might
Fantastic.
be able to rework it now with him, but they
Yeah.
jumped around too much with Batman, other than the Dark Knight, where it was
There's two
they
different.
couldn't
There's
do
too
it
many
well enough.
timelines.
Huh?
Which it's too many timelines. Which I'm not about my butt for it because of the upcoming MCU era.
That's the better
But
thing
he-
is that there's too many timelines. Which, if they want to redo everything, like they could keep Black Adam, they could keep
he's
like
gone.
the Flash and stuff, but if
Black
they're gonna
Adam's
redo
gone.
it all, they have to just start like a new.
They already
Because it
are.
centers around Batman, basically a new Batman timeline, and then they
That's
could
not how they're doing
redo
it.
everything and be as successful as Marvel. But they have to stick with Robert Pattinson, which I think they could.
They could, but they're
That
not going
was a
to.
great movie.
But
They're not going
And
to.
without Ben Affleck, I'm sorry, Ben Affleck is probably my non-favorite Batman
Yeah,
of all time.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
George
he's
Clooney
great
was
as
my
Bruce
worst
Wayne.
Batman.
Don't get me wrong, he's great as Bruce Wayne, but it comes to Batman, I mean, I no.
No, George Clooney was worse
I'd rather
as
have
Batman.
Adam West. I'll take him. I'll take Adam
Oh,
West.
don't ever dish my Adam West. Don't
No.
ever.
No, I'm not dishing it. I'm just saying
Okay.
I'd rather have freaking Adam West. I'll take him. I'll take his skeleton, and he can just stand there.
Yes.
I'd rather have that.
I'd watch everything of it.
Ben Affleck's giving me.
Christian Bale.
Love
Let's
it.
be honest.
No, Adam West.
Adam
Kevin
West is
Conroy.
the-
Adam West.
Adam
Oh,
West.
I would smack the shit out
Adam
of you.
West, Christian
Kevin
Bale,
Conroy.
and then
No,
Yes.
no. He's the animated version of Batman. I'm talking live action.
The voice of Batman.
The voice, yes, I'll give you
It's
that. He is the
Kevin
voice of
Conroy.
Batman. Yes, but the live action, it was Adam West.
yeah, it's Adam West.
He
Christian
was,
Bale,
but it wasn't
Keaton.
like I don't know.
Voice of Joker.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Thank you. All right, and
And
we
an
can end there.
All right.
and an icon.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And I
really.
loved
And he
Icon.
hated on the sequel series. That's even better.
Yes, he did.
Anyways,
Yes.
we all stream on Twitch for those of you who would like to follow us. Sandman, I know, streams Mondays and Wednesdays. I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. Tay, your schedule, please, for the viewers.
Oh, it's Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. All on Twitch. We're all on social medias as well. So please, if you liked the podcast, give it a follow on Spotify, thumbs up, and subscribe on YouTube. We'll be back. Maybe next month will be a Marvel podcast with Tay again.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Or just, like DC and Marvel. I'll just bully you guys to give me a comic superhero entertainment.
I could be more contributive if we added DC.
More DC, yes.
We'll
Same
do
here.
both.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I'm more of a
Then you
DC
need to
fan.
study your Marvel.
You know, you'll
I
just
will
have to
give
give
you
me a
a
training
PowerPoint.
session on Marvel. That's all. You know, to at least
will
a
give you a
basic
PowerPoint.
level, so I know where
Yeah.
the story's going, and then I can contribute a little bit.
I will literally give you my PowerPoints. I will give you even this newer phase. I'll give you all of it.
Okay.
So you can be totally
go.
in tune.
We'll talk then. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see
Peace,
you
love
again
game.
next month.